All right, so for this Undig the Truth episode, I'm here with Harl. Going to start off with some warm-up questions here. What is your full legal name?
That's been a highly questioned thing throughout the years. People have been kept in the dark. I think it's finally time I reveal it. My real name would be...
All right. Next off, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
I feel like teleportation, solely because half the time that line at Willow's way too long. So if I could just get there and then teleport in here, saves me time. I think that'd be the best one to get.
I like that answer, yeah. All right. If you could choose between anybody in the whole school, in the whole building, who would you take on in a fist fight?
Are we counting students?
Students.
Because here's the thing. I feel like I have to take on a sixth grader. Just a tiny sixth grader, because that's the only fair chance. Some of these eighth graders are bigger than me. High school kids, for sure, I'm out. So you guys got weight training, you guys got all that. Unfortunately, if it comes down to it, I'm going to have to pick on a sixth grade, barely 80 pounds soaking wet. That's the only shot I have to survive.
That's a reasonable answer, actually. All right. So now on to the main parts of the interview, the juicy stuff.
Okay.
What do you do here at the school, and what's your favorite part of it?
I think if you ask some people, I do nothing. And then if you ask some, I do a lot of things. I do computer class, so I do like a sixth grade Google. I do a Photoshop class, a video class. I have a STEM and coding class. I am assistant cross-country coach for the middle school, and then I also am the head wrestling coach for the middle school. I'm helping out with the culinary class for Miss Queen this year. It's kind of had me doing a little bit of everything.
Oh, yeah. Teleporting would help you out with that a lot.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Make my schedule a lot easier.
Yeah, so what is it that led you to becoming a teacher?
It was crazy growing up. Multiple people in school, teachers and stuff, would tell me I should be a teacher, that they could see me being a teacher, and I always thought they were crazy. I ended up going to school for graphic design, which worked out for a while, and then I found my way back to Brush, got a position at Thompson helping out there, and then this position at the middle school opened up. I was encouraged by my principal at the time and others to apply for it, and here I am. So in a roundabout way, it all worked out, but I never saw myself doing this growing up. Everyone else did, I guess, but I just thought they were crazy.
Yeah, well, do you have any personal rules for yourself when you come into the building?
I just try to survive, I feel like. With school, especially middle school, you never know. Schedules can change at moment's notice. Mid-conversation, a fire joke could be happening, different stuff. So it's almost like you can be as prepared as you want, but you can't predict every single thing that's going to happen. So you almost just have to be able to survive and just roll with the punches, because if not, you're not going to make it out.
Right, okay. So, here in this top secret folder, got a couple stuff that I want to show you.
Oh.
A couple photos.
Okay.
We'll get to this later.
Oh.
So, I'm going to show you three people, three photos, and I just want you to tell me who your GOAT is.
That's a good one. Okay, a little steady. That's a tough one. You obviously got LeBron, who, most people would argue is a GOAT anyways. Right. I'm assuming, is that Stiddy?
That is Jarrett Stidham.
He came in clutch, he tried his best. I still think that kick, got to us. And then, of course, you have the classic GOAT. It's a tough debate. Honestly, though, I'm not a LeBron hater necessarily. I just don't know if I'd put him as my GOAT.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure.
So, I think I'm going to have to go with the classic GOAT right here.
The GOAT.
Just, definition. You'll get up in a dictionary. That's what you're going to see.
It's getting pretty on here. Just give me a second. So, what is it that makes a lazy barn animal your greatest of all time?
Like I said, the dictionary. You look up the definition, that picture's in there. You can't argue with Merriam-Webster. They're the ones that put that book together. They're going to have, when you look it up, it's going to say that. It's not going to say LeBron. It's not going to say Stiddy, again, which Stiddy came in clutch. He did what he needed to do.
He tried.
I just feel like, if we Google it right now, goat, Google images, 90% of them are going to be that, Plus, the singing and screaming goats, compilations on YouTube. I've seen a lot of those to Taylor Swift.
Yeah. So, adding on to that, how long have you been obsessed with barn animals?
I don't know. I mean, it's probably been a few years, I'd say. I just feel like barn animals really get us back to the essence of nature and who we are. I mean, we're a farm community. We're, a lot of animals, ag, FFA, things like that. I just feel like it gets us to the root of who we are here in Brush. Like when people ask about Brush, you tell them we're a farming community. We're, barn animals. That's a good movie too. Right, it's called Boy Tipping. They push the kid over. It's classic.
So, moving on from that, how long have you been with BHS as a whole?
I would, let's see, teaching in the middle school, this will be my 10th year. So probably around 11 years, because I was at Thompson for that 1 year prior. So around 11 years as a teacher. I've helped assistant coach wrestling for a few years and stuff here and there, but as my full-time job with the district, probably around 11 years.
Right, and you did go to high school here, right?
I did.
Right. So, back to the top secret folder. Blank canvas, blank piece of paper. Brush, school district pen. Would you mind drawing your favorite thing? Anything in the whole wide world, what's your favorite?
My favorite thing about BHS, because you did ask about me going to school here and notified the pen, or...
Let's see what you do.
I mean, I think the ones that know me are going to know what I'm going to draw, because it's a toss-up. Also, preface this, I'm not an artist. I do Photoshop. Everything's on the computer, so as you guys know. But as you could tell, I love me some shoes. So that's like my favorite thing. So, but of course, let's go some laces, of course,
okay.
Do a sole. But then you got to have next to that, you got to have your Willow's coffee,
Okay.
Mocha, if anyone wants to get me one, iced mocha. Breakfast burrito also. Just show up and tell them you want the Harl special. They'll hook you up. Here's the breakfast burrito, little bag next to it, the basics. I'm trying to make it a little 3D for you, All
right. I like that. All right, can you sign that real quick for us, please? Great. This is Harl's favorite things. Okay. Now, just to kind of break things down, finish up this interview. Let's say two students of yours got into a fight. What would you do?
Well, it depends. Are we talking about like when Zane was my student? Because let's be honest, if it was Zane, you almost got to let it happen. He kind of has it coming. But obviously, I'd have to step in as a teacher and stop it. So, I mean, I'd have to do what's right. As much as sometimes, like I said, with Zane, you have that split second where you're like, should I allow Zane to continuously get hit in the face,
Right.
But I feel like you'd have to come in and stop it as a teacher now. And if it was outside of school and not to students, obviously I'm going to still try to interfere and prevent it. But here you have to do it for sure no matter what.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, thank you for your time. It's a great interview.
Thank you.